picture, and they're going to be fighting for their lives tonight, so we got to respond here and come out with a little fire under our belts and see what happens.
Is it weird at all to see a former line mate, Jack Murphy, over on the other side? I know he's a guy you played a lot with over the last couple seasons.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but, he's got to do what he's got to do, and that's okay. So I think it'll all work out for him, and hopefully we can beat him tonight just to let him know.
As one of the veteran leaders on this team, as we enter this stretch run, you already clinched a playoff spot, pretty close to clinching home ice and the division. How much work goes into just keeping everyone focused?
I think it kind of comes easy now. We just know what we need to do to get the job done and come to the rink every day, bring our work boots, and that work translates over to the games. And I think that's why we're so successful, is putting in work Monday through Friday to play good on the weekends.
Now, there's a pretty good chance we won't be seeing Austin this year in the playoffs. They've ended our season the last 4 years. Getting into the playoffs, what do you think will be different besides not seeing Austin this year?
I think our team's a lot older, and a lot of us have been here before, and we know what it takes to go into a weekend and not just come out with one win, but maybe get two and kind of get off to a better start than what we have instead of splitting. Maybe just get a weekend sweep under our belts and then run with it from there.
This division's been pretty tight. Is there any team you particularly would like to see in the first round?
I think any team's fine. Whoever we play it's going to be a battle no matter what. So whatever happens, happens.
All right, I'll let you go get ready. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you.
Once again, that was the new Mr. Toro, Chase Springman. 166 career games in the Cream and Cardinal. Makes him the all-time leader in that category. Of course, there's another record he would like to set. He is 6 points away from tying Christian Mose. He's got 6 games and 40 minutes of hockey in which to find those 6 points. Needs 7 to set a new mark there. As promised, now that we have internet, again, the math from around the hockey world. The New Jersey Titans lead the Northeast Generals by a score of 4-1 that early in the third period. Late in the second, Aston and Johnstown, they're even at aces. The Cooley Region Chill lead the Springfield Junior Blues 2-1. That one early second. End of one. Corpus, a 1-0 lead on Odessa. Shreveport and Amarillo are scoreless through one. Bismarck and Brookings, aces through the first. The Magicians have a 1-0 lead on Janesville. That one is at the first break, as are the Aberdeen Wings and the Minnesota Wilderness. They're even at 1-1 as well, which means the Toros, the only team in the division without a goal so far tonight. Everyone else has just one. Lone Star, 1-0 lead on Wichita. And, of course, not yet underway out on the last frontier, the Topeka Road Runners visiting the Kenai River Brown Bears, the Wilkes-Barre Stratton Knights, at the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. Looking in the USHL, the Dubuque Fighting Saints trail Team USA by a score of 4-2. The Chicago Steel, a 3-0 lead on the Sioux Falls Stampede. Fargo trails Des Moines 1-0. Cedar Rapids, a 1-0 lead on Green Bay. Madison, a 1-0 lead on Waterloo. Start of the second, Youngstown, a 1-0 lead on Omaha. Sioux City on Team USA, a 2-0 lead. Muskegon, a 2-0 lead on Tri-City. And Bloomington and Lincoln are scoreless. Thank you to Nolan Sawchuk for bringing me my water from the bus. I'm sure I'll get fined in court for that. Minnesota, a 2-0 lead on Penn State. Air Force and West Point are scoreless. Harvard and Merrick Madsen, a 4-1 win over Quinnipiac. Minnesota Duluth, a 5-2 lead over Western Michigan. Wisconsin, a 2-1 win over Ohio State. And UMass Lowell, 5-1 over Notre Dame. We'll take our last commercial break here on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Be back at the start of the second period after these messages here on the Minotoro's Network.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the U-season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Welcome to Sounds in the Night, brought to you by Liberty Tax Service. Open extra early and extra late.
Wish I knew where one was.
Just up ahead. Get your taxes done and $50 cash on the spot, and another $50 when you refer someone who gets their taxes done.
There it is, and it's open. Thanks, radio guy.
You're welcome, driver lady.
Liberty Tax Service. For locations near you, visit libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today. With paid tax preparation at participating locations, referred friends must be new customers. Valid 1/2/2/2017. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back inside this Spam can here in Austin, Minnesota. Toros and Austin Bruins about to start period number 2. Toros trail by a score of 1-0. But start the period on the power play. And the Toros control off the draw. Springman feeds Adams. And it's rolled into the zone. Far side, Springman has trouble, and it's taken away and cleared just out to neutral ice. Stephenson couldn't hold the line. Davison right back into the zone, chips it in behind. Shields and Stephenson race after. Shields content to eat it along the wall. Toros take it away. Adams back to Davison, and he couldn't hold the line. 48 seconds on the power play as Springman gains the line, works down the wall, plays in the middle for Frentz. It's poked away from him. Given back to Springman. Springman moves it back to Stephenson. Stephenson looks across. Davison winds, fires. That shot's fought off. Frentz pulled down in front of the net. Gets help. The puck goes back to Adams. He plays it in behind for Frentz. Frentz trying to get away from St. Vancé. Plays off for Stephenson. Stephenson up top. Davison. Davison across for Springman, who winds and fires. That one goes just wide. Stephenson into the middle for Adams. Shot gloved and held by Koharski. 16 seconds left on the Toro power play. 18:57 left to play here in period number 2. And it's the Toros who trail 1-0. Draw is to the left of Koharski. Won by the Bruins and thrown all the way down. Park stops that and leaves for the Toro captain, Jake Diddle. Diddle ahead. That will go for icing just as the Bruins come full strength. 18:41 left to go here in period number 2 as the draw comes back into the defensive zone. Draw will be in the defensive zone, won by the Toros. Holmstrom pokes at it. Lawrence works his way down the wall. Gets help from Misiak. Misiak walks in, shot off the outside of the cage. Puck loose in front, kicked away by, I believe, Zach Bross. Punted that down the ice. Played ahead on the far side. It's in the middle for Misiak. Taken away by Talbot. Talbs plays into the zone, but Lawrence takes it away. Richards drops it back at the red line. Carried into the zone by Lawrence. Lawrence shot on. That goes up and out of play. 18:04 left to play here in the second. Toros still trail by 1. Left of Park. Whistle goes on an unfair drop, so we'll do it again to the left of Park. Quickly one back, shot blocked off. It goes up off the glass on the near side. Enns throws ahead. Zwiner with a nice stop-go move. Craddock flips ahead for Mucha. Mucha into the zone. He lost the handle. It rolls in behind. They'll dig in behind Zwiner, who's had a nice game so far tonight. Leaves for Craddock. Craddock works down the wall into the middle for Zwiner. It's broken up. Garrett going the other way. It's poked away from Cone. Drobit chips it into the zone. Enns is back on it first. Enns leaves it. Drobit takes it away. O'Connor pins him there and then wins the puck. His pass to Craddock, however, is taken away. It kicks to the side of the net where Austin Park will cover and think better of it. Everyone able to take a break and catch their breath. Draw now comes to the left of Austin Park. One by Dahlimer. Davison spins it around to the near side, intended for Springman. It never got there. Cholak stepped in, but he lost the handle. Wyan plays to Springman, and Springman just pokes that out to neutral. A dump in, hits his own man for Spets, but he gets ahead to Cholak anyways. Into the middle. Near side. Puck is underneath a fallen Bruin, who then took the stick right out of the hand of Charles Wyan. Wyan slow to get up, regains his feet eventually and rejoins play as it's the far side. Dahlimer with a nice move and then pokes ahead. Delayed call coming on the touch. The Toros will go to the power play for the third time tonight. So, trailing by one, the Toros go to the power play. It is their third power play opportunity on the evening and one they need to cash in on. This game is slowly started to shift, it feels, almost in the Bruins' favor. Zach Bross on the draw against John Richards. 50-50 draw. They continue to scrum for it. Finally, it kicks free, and able to find it first are the Bruins, and they send it all the way down. It was Lane Krenzen. Pass along the near side. No one there for the Toro, so Krenzen again gets a free chop at it, and again sends it all the way back behind the Toro net. Captain Jake Diddle on it for the Toros. He'll start straight up the middle. Ditz leaves off to the far side, and Pionk chips it over the blue. Toros will look to chase it down in behind. Martinson plays the body. The puck is around to the near side. Lawrence hounded. He gives it up to Diddle. Diddle feeds Pionk. Pionk walks in, wires that one up off the glass. Diddle leaves back for Martinson. Martinson up top for Diddle. Touches over to Pionk. Pionk back up top of the umbrella. Diddle. Diddle thinks he has a lane. Now we'll leave off. One-timer Martinson. That goes off the blocker and out of play. 1:09 left on the man advantage. 15:54 left to play here in period number 2. Toros trail by 1. Goaltender Koharski checking his stick. Leaning on it. It seems to be okay. Toros still on the power play. Top unit out. Stephenson fronts and Adams with Springman and Davison behind him. Interestingly, the decision to give Nolan Sawchuk a night off to rest. He is the Toros leader in power play assists. This is Davison. He'll throw it in deep. Adams hacks at it. Springman pinching down from the point, and he can't keep it. Rush the other way. Cothenbuthel has Cholak with him. Davison erases Cothenbuthel. Now Cholak in behind, blows an edge, and that'll allow the Toros to start up ice. This is Stephenson. Stephenson leaves off for Springman. Springman rolls it into the zone. It comes to the side of the net for a Hungry Hippo style cover by Koharski. 44 seconds left on the man advantage. 15:29 left to play here in period number 2. Awfully quiet on the Toro Twitter party tonight. Not a lot of chatter. Of course, not a lot to talk about in this one. It's been kind of a slow-moving game. Toros control off the draw. Poked back to the point, where I assume it touched someone on the Toros bench. I had the big head of the mascot in my way. See, Sam Smith knows better than that. Tank would never get in the way of the view from the press box. Davison across for Springman. His shot's gobbled up by Koharski. Springer looking to go 5-hole from the blue line. Koharski able to close it up. 29 seconds left on the power play for the Toros, who still trail by 1. Lots of opportunities, but Koharski has passed every test thus far. Draw one back by the Bruins. This time it's around behind for Lawrence. Lawrence sends that one all the way down. Out of his net to stop is Park. Park flings to the near side and Luke Davison. Davey starts up the middle. Let's see if Springman goes to change. Right now the Toros do only have one defenseman on the ice. Now he does go change. It's left off to the far side. Adams drops back. Stephenson. Another shot soaked up. Doesn't matter how hard you shoot them, if you hit the jersey, they're not going in. That big circle right on the goaltender's chest is puck proof. 5 seconds left on the Toros power play. Craddock, Mucha, Zwiner in front of O'Connor and Enns. Cothenbuthel to take the draw for the Bruins. This is a dangerous play where if you lose the draw, they can try and flip one out and possibly catch Michael Feeler as he's released from hockey jail. The Bruins catch the Toros off the draw, but could not hit the man coming out of the box. Toros control in their own zone. Craddock spins along the near side, then leaves off to the far side. Mucha. Miro dances into the zone and then breaks to the far side, looking to center through the blue paint, but no one home on a tip. Shot from Enns goes well wide. Far side, Cothenbuthel and Mucha come together. Cothenbuthel bails on the puck to avoid the collision. Craddock slew-footed down to the ice. Bouncing puck rolls to the high slot. Zwiner can't get there. Possibly got away with a hook. Did Zwiner on Cothenbuthel and then gets away with a lot more. Cothenbuthel regains his feet. The pass is up the middle. It's for Murphy, the former Toro. Poke checked at the line. Enns pops that puck high in the air. Sengvang follows up and sends it all the way down. 14 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Toros still trail by 1. Enns leaves for Dahlimer. Dahlimer spins back towards his own end. Enns comes across for Zwiner. Zwiner over the line. He did not gain the zone cleanly. Bit of a late whistle. Draw in neutral. Dahlimer gets it to Springman, who rolls it deep. Shields in his own end. Throws back to the near side. Haskins. Springman introduces him to the glass. Frees up the puck, but it rolls out to neutral where Zapata plays across to the far side. Shields shovels one into the Toro zone, but back on it is Holmstrom. Spins it around to the near side. Springman can't settle it down. Does block a shot, however, and then Dahlimer gets the puck. Gets erased by Zapata. Long shot from the point. Fought off by Austin Park. The rebound in behind. Taken away. Where is it? Eventually, it's the Toros who control, and Dahlimer. Dahlimer ahead. That pass was behind Martinson. Played ahead. Haskins into the zone. Shot gloved and held by Austin Park. 12:59 left to go in period number 2. Still 1-0 Bruins. This is Davison off the draw. Comes across for Diddle. Diddle feeds Davison. Davey into the zone. Poke checked. And now the Bruins look to turn. This is Cholak. Cholak chips around Pionk. Diddle had him lined up, but then whiffed on the hit. That gets some sarcastic cheers from the Bruins faithful. Meanwhile, Bross hopefully went out to neutral ice. They'll say no icing, as Pearson could have played that. He does play it now and leaves it in behind. Spets up the near wall. It eludes Pionk. Cone throws into the zone. Jake Diddle back on it. Diddle for Pionk. Pionk rips one up ice. Bross pokes it. Can he chase it down? He cannot. Kinsella ties him up. Talbot tries to follow up. Kinsella steps into him. Puck loose at the side of the net. Bross plays the body. Pionk with it. Tries to chip back to the point. The puck is out. Looks like right now everyone's more interested in hitting each other than playing hockey. Few interference calls could have gone either way. But Adam Kerwin electing to let everyone play, which I kind of like. This is Enns. Ahead, Garrett. Pionk couldn't chop that out of midair. It's ahead, O'Connor does. O'Connor gains the red line and then rolls it into the zone. Back on it is Garrett. Near side, Kinsella boots it. Misiak is in trouble, but he's able to find the relief valve and find Garrett. Taken away by Stephenson. Stephenson leaves for Adams. Adams comes across Frentz, and he put it wide. Frentz has been snake bit. Frentz leaves for Stephenson. Can't settle it down. Adams, where is it? Finally, Garrett able to find it. Taken away from him by Frentz. Left down the wall. Garrett got it back. And this puck will be iced all the way down. Second period, the period of the long change, made that much longer by the penalty boxes being on the same side of the benches. Normally you just have to get to about the red line before you can change, but now you have to get all the way down the face-off dot. Stephenson line stays out as well. Bruins control the draw. Stephenson takes it back. Stephenson around behind, throws in front, one-timer. Goes wide. Adams buried in the crease. Diddle working down the wall. Diddle into the middle, broken up. Frentz can't settle it down. He leaves off for Stephenson. Stephenson working away, looking into the middle. Doesn't have a lane. Now he works down for Frentz. The pass was waist high. Played around to the far side. Diddle pinching down from the point. The Bruins able to release the pressure. Misiak should be able to change, but he does not. Instead, it's into the zone for Frentz. Frentz trying to dangle through. That one's put just wide by Holmstrom, and now a cover will allow the Bruins to change with 10-10 left to go here in period number 2. 610 ticks separating us from the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Draw will be to the right. Of Kolarski. Shout out to Victoria Connor checking in. This one's back. Davison. Can't hold the line. Now he gets it back, does Davey. The defenseman leads the Toros into the zone and then lost the handle. Near side, Murphy. Murphy flips ahead. Mucha takes it back. He's tied up. Zwiner. It's back to Wyan. Ahead for Davison. Long shot fought off by Park. That one seemed to knuckle a little out of me. Had to move at the last minute. Meanwhile, it's ahead for Mucha. Miro gains the line. The Slovakian import pinned there. His father and uncle are in town. This is Craddock. Craddock tied up. Jobit poked at. Mucha there as well. Wyand down from the point, but he flipped that up and out of play. That one barely caught the mesh. I don't know that the officials saw it. Meanwhile, Craddock tied up with Krenzen. Draw will be in neutral ice. Dahlimer, Kothenbuthel to take it. Then Cameron drops the puck and ends controls. Flips one into the middle. Dolly can't quite get there. Dahlimer keeps up the pressure. The puck is thrown out to neutral ice. O'Connor winds, fires. That should have been offside. Doesn't matter as the puck goes up out of play. We get a whistle anyways. 9:06 left to play in period number 2. Toros still looking for their first marker of the night. Dahlimer and Kothenbuthel to take the draw. Up top end, shot tipped, save made. I think that was deflected by the defender. Martinson plays down in the corner for Springman. A weak pass is taken away by Kothenbuthel. Kothenbuthel just flips one out to neutral. Back on it is Enns. Enns will retreat and retrieve for the Toros as the puck doesn't go far enough for icing. He'll leave for O'Connor. O'Connor to the near side and Martinson. Martinson is able to leave the zone but not get much farther before he's walled off by a pair of Bruins and on the touch. That is whistled offside. Shots on goal are 16-13 in favor of the Toros, but the Toros still trail by 1. It was Kothenbuthel set up by Feeler and Garrett. The Kothenbuthel is 22nd goal of the year. Thanks to Lyle Hyde checking in on Twitter. I will do my best to pass that message on. Whether or not it will fall on open ears, it's hard to say, but apologize to the fans watching on Hockey TV for what appears to be some poor camera work, or just a bad camera in general. Of course, Austin, one of the few rinks still in standard def. Diddle leads off for Holmstrom. Holmstrom shot save made. Rebound loose at the top of the slot, but the Toros can't find it. Carried ahead. Zapata into the zone. Holmstrom with a good stick breaks up that chance. Meanwhile, off the puck. There's going to be a penalty as Jake Diddle absolutely buried Logan Haskins. The penalty comes with 8:08 to play here in period number 2. They call it a slash. And it's not Diddle. So they call a slash on Pionk. That was well off the play. Toros to the Century Eyewear PK for the third time tonight. Toros come in with the third-ranked PK, 85.8% of the penalties they have taken. Right off the draw, they clear it down. Sangvong-Se back on it. Zwiner on his hip pocket. It's left off for Misiak. Ross was there to pressure, and the Bruins hold behind their net to set up a controlled breakout. Straight up the middle. Off for Misiak, who boots it. Zwiner settles it down nicely and sends it all the way. Bruins will have to retreat and retrieve as Koharski out of his net to stop leaves for Sangvong-Se. Bross harasses him, but eventually the Bruins can start up ice. A good stick by Bross, and it's taken away, and again the Bruins have to chase. They can't even cross the red line. Forget about setting up in the Toro zone. 7.5 to play here in period number 2, 121 on the man advantage as the Toro, or make that Bruins start up ice. This is Cothenbuthel. Cothenbuthel with the game's only goal, speeds up, gains the line right in the middle, leaves off to the near side. Drobit back in behind for Cothenbuthel. Miscommunication there. Two Bruins tried to play the puck at the same time. Now Garrett tries a shot, save made, follow-up try gobbled up by Austin Park to keep it at 1-0 with 1:01. A palindrome on the power play for the Bruins. 7:08 left to play here in period number 2. It's the Bruins who lead 1-0. Good to have the Mock family on board. I'm still going through the Girl Scout cookies. I probably shouldn't say this while we're on radio, but if you are selling Girl Scout cookies, make sure to stop by the Toros office. I will buy several boxes. This is left off to the far side, and Lawrence rips across for Drobit. Drobit gains the line on the near side. He has Feeler behind him. Instead, he looks to carry it around, tries to throw to the far side. Feeler works there against Diddle and Martinson. It pokes back to the point. Lawrence drops down low. Drobit spinning to the front and able to cover is Park, and then the Toros net goes flying off. Austin, one of the few other rinks that has the NHL-style march pegs similar to what we have in the new Pepsi rink. So it takes quite a bit to get the net to pop off like that. 6:39 left to go here in period number 2. Toros still on the Century Eyewear PK for 32 more seconds. A big thank you to Dr. Jason Bradley. I'm loving the new contacts. I can read the jersey numbers again. Makes doing my job a heck of a lot easier. Far side, O'Connor and Murphy work behind. Puck comes to the front, a good stick by Enns. Couldn't clear the zone, however. Turnaround try, that's blocked off by traffic. I think it was O'Connor with the save, not Park. Murphy in the near corner. The former Toro muscled off the puck by Enns. They continue to dig. Murphy, Cothenbuthel, O'Connor digging there for the Toros. In a triangle of Bruins. It's kicked all the way back to the point. Sangvong-Se down the wall for Richards. Richards back up top to Sangvong-Se with a shot. That's blocked in front by O'Connor. Toros come full strength. Odd man rush if the Toros hurry. Adams has Mucha with him. Adams flubbed the shot. Mucha's there in support, however. They've got Stephenson in front all alone if they can find a lane, but a good stick by Koharski denies. Otherwise, Stephenson's all alone. There wasn't a Bruin within 15 feet of him. 5:42 left to go here in period number 2. The Toros still looking for their first of the night. Frentz across. That was offside if Adams touches, and he eventually does, which leads to the whistle with 5:32 left to go in period number 2. This is Stephenson on the draw. And it's won back instead by Cohn, who was upset that nothing was called after he was manhandled. Played down into the corner. Wyan tied up along the board. Stephenson digging there. The puck kicks in behind for Davison. Davey looking to escape pressure. Circles back the way he came. Leaves off for Wyan. Wyan back for Davey. Toros finally able to break it out. Adams into the middle. Stephenson finds Frentz. Frentz walks in. Wires. Save made. Rebound up off the glass. Adams banks it back to the point. Wyan does well to keep it in and then throws it back down in the corner. Shields gets there first, however. Adams erases him with a big hit in behind the Bruin net. The puck squirts free to the near side. Zapata banks ahead. Good keep by Diddle at the line, but he gave it right back, and now the Bruins look to go the other way. Plenty of Toros back, however, so it's a chip and change for Zapata with 4:42 left to go here in period number 2. Long pass ahead. That missed everyone and will go for icing as Frentz was either offside or icing either way. So where will they put this draw? They should take it all the way back to the Toro zone. They're telling the Toros they cannot change, so they've elected to call the icing as opposed to the offside. No, they have switched it to an icing now as lineman Rankin lets Kerwin know what his call was. Talbot and Misiak on the draw. Talbot wins it back. Touched into the zone. Krenzen has it. His pass across finds Feeler. Feeler into the zone. Shot up and out of play. We're going to play a little game here on the Toros Network. Tweet at me with who you think will score the Toros' first goal of the night. The first correct guess wins a pair of tickets to the Music Stars and Classic Cars show Friday night, May 12th. You'll get to see Chubby Checker and several others at the Pepsi rink. So send me your guesses for the first goal via Twitter at Minotoro Hockey. That's MINOTAUROHOCKEY. You get some free tickets, 2-on-1 developing. You better get those guesses in quick. That goal could come at any time. Draw will be in front of the Toros bench. Dahlemer and Drobit on the draw. Holmstrom, D to D, finds Diddle. Diddle speeds into the zone. His pass is broken up. Stephenson has the stick lifted. Still make that. Martinson wins the battle. Springman with a quick touch, but it goes up and over the net. Dahlemer back for Springman. One-timer fought off. Diddle finds the loose puck. Diddle across to the near point. Holmstrom down into the near circle. Springman looks up top. Diddle walks in. Wires again. They hit the goaltender right in the logo. We've already got our first guess. Jamie Hyatt has Alex Adams. Again, this for a pair of tickets for the Music Stars and Classic Cars show. Chubby Checker headlining Friday night's performance. Herman's Hermits, the headliner on Saturday. Sounds like a lot of fun, but hopefully we're still playing hockey that weekend. It's the same weekend as the Robertson Cup Final Four. This is Springman. Banks back to the point and ends. Ends finds Springman. Springman leaves off. O'Connor wanted to step into that, and he tripped himself. Still managed to keep the play going for a moment, but eventually the Bruins took it back. 3:17 left to play here in period number 2 as Cothenbuthel forced to circle back. Sam Smith guesses Koss. Sam, he's not in the lineup tonight, so I hate to tell you, but you've already lost. This is Enns. Enns into the zone. Colby Enns with a shot, save made, and it's in! Enns! He's got the Toros through. No one guessed Enns, so we'll have to come up with some other way to give away the tickets, but either way, Toros are on the board. As the local hero, Enns. Breaks through. He wanted to prove me wrong. I said if you keep hitting the goaltender in the chest, they wouldn't go in. That shot from Enns, so heavy that it popped right up and over him. Into the middle, Feeler tries a shot, gloved and held, rebound given, not held. That one had some heat on it, came right back out of the catching glove on Austin Park. Ends from Muka is the announcement. It's Mucha. I asked them if they needed help with the pronunciations, but apparently they don't care. This is played in behind. Craddock leaves to the far side. Davison touched back. Miro plays ahead. Toss across, finds Wyan. Carries over the red and the blue, then leaves for Craddock. Craddock into the middle. Zwiner. Up top, Diddle. Diddle throws it down low. That one ended up out of play. So,
Austin High School Packer basketball fans, the Packers advance to the state tournament tonight, 74-59 over the North.
The draw will come back out to neutral. So since we didn't have... What do we got? Cothenbuthel unhappy with the official for something. But with 1:56 to play, the draw will be back in neutral ice. Have to come up with some other way to give away the concert tickets. This is Diddle. Flips into the zone. Chasing it is Frentz. Frentz battles against a pair of Bruins and frees it up for Stephenson. Stephenson has Adams in the slot. Stephenson around the world. Walks to the high slot. Wires. Save made with the mask. Puck loose. Adams couldn't settle it down. Bruins look to go the other way. Good hustle by Diddle to get back to make it a 2-on-2. Good stick by Stephenson. Denies the rush entirely. Bouncing puck in the Toro zone. Settled down by Holmstrom. Banks one off the glass right to Derek Frentz. Frentz daggles into the zone. Frentz looking to center for Adams. It's broken up. Adams tied up along the far wall. Poking at it is Frentz. Draw it ahead. Stepped into nicely. Toro's control. It's Ends. Ends squeezes through a check and rolls the puck deep into the Austin zone. 62 seconds remain here in the period. As it's across for Pearson. Pearson throws it down into the Toro zone. Out of his net to stop is Austin Park. Ends. Fires one up to the far side. Pionk starts a bouncing puck for Talbot. Talbot chips deep into the zone, walks right around Garrett and gets it back. Ross plays the body. He's muscled up, but Richardson able to take it away. Make that Richards. No sun on that one. Misiak trying to turn the corner on Ends, but the shot is forced wide. Sangvang Se keeps it at the far point. Ping-ponging around. The puck finally deflects into the corner. Fantastic save by Austin Park. He stops the follow-up try as well. Thrown out to neutral ice. Garrett and Talbot race back. Final 11 of the period is Talbot. Aggressive on the forecheck. Far side. Bross is going to play the body. A big hit on Misiak, but the puck's ahead into the zone. Lawrence drops for Garrett. Shot soaked up. As the horn sounds, will they make them put a second back on?
At the end of the second period, your score powered by...
They are not. So we're through 40 minutes in the books. Score is the Toros 1, the Bruins 1. We'll be back with the math after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Toros forward Zach Bross. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks, Applebee's. When the Toros are on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Need money fast? Head to Liberty Tax and apply for an easy advance. You can get up to $1,300. You heard me right. Let Liberty Tax do your taxes. If approved for an easy advance, you can get up to $1,300. Fast. Hurry. Offer ends February 28th. Call 877-320-1040 or go to libertytax.com. An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd through February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. We're through 40 minutes, and the Toros and Bruins are even at 1 aside. Colby Enns finally breaks through for the Toros late in the second. But before we break it all down, with me now is Toros assistant coach Nigel Dubé. Nigel, I thought really overall there wasn't much to be upset about except for the score through 40 minutes, and Colby went ahead and fixed that late.
Yeah, it was. We had a really good second period. Our first one wasn't great. We played some average hockey, and you can kind of chalk it up to whatever you want, the road bus legs or whatever it may be. But we weren't sharp in the first by any means, and we came out and had a dominating second period for the most part. But at the same time, we're in playoff mode, and you got to be able to score goals and find ways to do it. Kobe evened us up there at the end, so we got to come up with a big third.
I agree. It seemed like most of the play that period was in the offensive zone. The skill level, is that something you guys have focused on in practice? Just seeing some of the in-tight stick handling that the guys have been doing of late. Zach Bross, Stephenson had a few nice ones that period. Even Colby, a defenseman, with a nice goal. It seems like the guys have upped the skill level of late.
Well, and the big thing at this point of the year, everything is kind of tightened up, and you got to work in those small areas because when you're playing teams, not so much Austin, we've had a gap playing them so much, but some of these teams we see so often in so many quick games, I guess, that you kind of watch film and do all that and trying to shut down those tendencies. So a big part here for us is to try and get more zone time than anything, and by doing that, it's created some of those area games and done different things like that. So, but again, we got to find a way to finish it.
I spoke with Marty before this one. I talked to Chris during the first intermission. Talk about sort of the ability to rest some of these guys. A guy like Nolan Sawchuk, who you've leaned on pretty heavily, able to take a night off because of the depth of Colby coming in, and now Luke Johnson will be here and possibly in the lineup tomorrow.
Well, it's going to be a big part, and that's the same thing, too, with practices and stuff down the stretches here when we shorten them up because, it's a long season. There's no doubt about it. And, we play 60 games, but it seems like it takes almost 9.5 months to get it done and whatnot. So to have the ability of where we're at right now and the bodies that we do have available, Nolan Sawchuk's been great for us, and he's probably played more games and been in a bigger role than most thought, and probably himself included. But a good thing for him is it's a good thing and a bad thing is he never wants to take a day off and never wants to take anything off. So to kind of force that on him to take a night off and just rest up because he's going to come back tomorrow and play some big minutes. But defensively right now I'm enjoying it because he plays 60 for the most part of everything.
Well, another part of that as well is you look kind of at the defensive pairings. A guy like Holmstrom, who came in late, now gets to play with Diddle. It helps you perhaps prepare for if someone gets hurt in the playoffs.
Well, I'm very clear with our D-men that during the week in practice, we don't practice with the same guys every time. They have to have the team chemistry, but last week there was 8 minutes to go in the one game on Friday night, and I switched the pairings up, and then the D-man asked me, we're doing something wrong? I said, no. I said, if Saw can't play with Ditz in the playoffs or something happens like that, we got to be capable of playing with everybody, and that's we put big emphasis on that. And you're seeing it tonight. Our penalty kill units are completely different every time they go out. So the chemistry that we have in the 6 to 8D that we have any week, we rely on that.
All right, well, I'll let you go get ready for the third period. Hopefully find a couple goals here and put away a comfortable win.
Thanks, Ken.
Once again, that's Toros assistant coach Nigel Dubé. We'll be back with all the math from the first 40 minutes after this break here on the Minute Toros Network.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line to that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to IRETapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
The investment you've made in your John Deere equipment is too valuable to just shed it and forget it this fall. Get your tractor, air drill, planter, sprayer, baler, combine, or header scheduled for a postseason performance inspection at one of the 8 Gooseneck Implement Store locations. If you schedule by January 1st, 2017, Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to their facility. And any John Deere parts you may need installed by Gooseneck certified technicians will maintain the used season warranty for most equipment. Optimize performance and prevent downtime. Call your local Gooseneck store today.
Twice a year. That's it. Just 2 times a year we pull out all of the stops for our Mattress Firm semi-annual sale.
You can save up to $500 store-wide on the best brands. Sealy Queen sets are as low as $299. You save $200.
Plus, you get a free pillow, free mattress protector, or a free frame with select purchases. I'm Jason.
And I'm Krista. We're your local owners of Mattress Firm in North Dakota. We carry more and we sell more Tempur-Pedic mattresses than any store in the state.
During our Mattress Firm semi-annual sale, you can sleep interest-free till 2021.
You can sleep on a Tempur-Pedic for just $34 a month. Plus, you get our Mattress Firm Sleep Happy Guarantee. If you're not happy with your new mattress, we'll give you your money back.
If you're ready for a better night's sleep, then come to our semi-annual sale going on now at Mattress Firm in Bismarck, Minot, Dickinson, and Williston. Nobody in North Dakota sells Tempur-Pedic or Sealy mattresses for less.
Nobody.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Once again, you've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Thank you, of course, to Toro's assistant coach, Nigel Dubé, for stopping in, talking about the first 40 minutes, which we will recap for you now. Toros get the only goal of the second period to even this game at 1. Shots on goal are 22-19 in favor of the Toros on 11 in each period for the Toros, 10 and 9 for the Bruins. Scoring the goals, Travis Kothenbuthel gets his 22nd of the season. Michael Feeler, his 9th assist, and Peter Zombor-Garrett, his 3rd helper of the year. That goal came at 5:09 in the first period. Colby Enns, however, gets his 2nd since rejoining the Toros after the North Dakota high school season. Miroslav Mucha with his 7th assist. It's not this game up at 1 aside. Looking at the out-of-town board. New Jersey Titans 5-1 over the Northeast Generals. That's a final. The Ashton Rebels and Johnstown Tomahawks, they're even at 1 aside in the third. Also in the third, it's 2-2 in Cooley Region where the Chill and the Blues are playing. Corpus Christi, a 2-1 lead on the Odessa Jackalopes. That one at the second break, just as we are. The Shreveport Mudbugs lead the Amarillo Bulls 1-0 there at the second break, as are the Brookings Blizzard and the Bismarck Bobcats. The Bobcats trail 3-1, so not giving the Toros the help they need to clinch home ice quite yet. Also through 40 minutes, the Minnesota Magicians lead the Janesville Jets 2-0 early in the third. Or just starting the third, I should say. It's the Wilderness and Wings. They're even at deuces. Lone Star Brahmas, a 1-0 lead on the Wichita Falls Wildcats. That one with 6:54 to play in period number 2. And, of course, not yet underway out on the last frontier. It's the Topeka Roadrunners at the Kenai River Brown Bears, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, visiting the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. We'll take a look around the college scoreboard as well. Playoff time as we approach the Frozen Four. Right now it's 2-2, Penn State and Minnesota. West Point falling to Air Force, I should say, 1-0. Air Force, of course, the future home of Toros forward Alex Adams. No scores posted for the Fighting Hawks and Denver, Cornell at Union, or Boston College at Boston University. Already final, Merrick Madsen and Harvard, a 4-1 win over the Quinnipiac. Minnesota Duluth, a 5-2 win over Western Michigan. Wisconsin, a 2-1 win over Ohio State. Robert Morris beats Canisius 6-2. And UMass Lowell, the future home of Reed Stephenson, a 5-1 win over Notre Dame. Looking at the NHL board, the Rangers and Panthers, they're even at 3 aside going into a shootout. The Penguins, a 6-4 lead on the Devils, about to hit the final horn there. And through 1, it is the Calgary Flames with a 1-0 lead on the Dallas Stars, not yet underway. Sabres at the Ducks. We'll backtrack. I skipped the USHL board. Final. Team USA 5-2 over the Dubuque Fighting Saints. The Chicago Steel with 3-0 lead on the Sioux Falls Stampede. The Des Moines Buccaneers leading the Fargo Force 2-0 as they start the third. Also starting the third, it's the Cedar Rapid Rough Riders with a 1-0 lead on the Green Bay Gamblers. Waterloo Blackhawks a 3-1 lead on the Madison Capitals. Youngstown Phantoms a 2-0 lead on the Omaha Lancers. Sioux City Musketeers a 2-1 lead on your U.S. National Team Development Program. A 6-0 lead, Muskegon on Tri-City. Lincoln and Bloomington Thunder, they are scoreless. Before we head to break, we'll let you give Miro Mucha a listen. Spoke to him before this one about having family in town and as well as finding his role here on the Toros. Here with Toros forward Miro Mucha. Miro, a fun time for you. You've got some family in town. What's it like just to have your dad and your uncle here?
Oh yeah, it's always nice to see somebody with who can speak the same language as I am, and it's just fun time to see somebody from family. Haven't seen them since I got here, so yeah, it's fun time.
Now, you've also found yourself a pretty solid spot in the lineup. You've been consistently playing here the second half of the year. Do you feel like you finally found your role?
Yeah, I think so. It's just like getting used to the league and the speed and everything. Is just don't think about it too much. Just go out there and play and do what you can, and it turned out pretty well. So
you've had a few real close calls. Haven't been able to get one to go in lately, but you've made some of the best plays I think anyone on the team has made the last few games. Are you playing with a lot more confidence?
Yeah, it's all in your head. I mean, sometimes just go out there and just have fun and just comes with it. And I mean, it just comes to it. Like sometimes just get the puck and shoot it in the net, and the opportunities are there. So we'll see if it will change tonight.
Now, who's a player that maybe you grew up idolizing or someone you try and model your game after?
One of my favorite players was always Marian Hossa, and I always try to modelize my game after him. He was always one of the hardest working guys out there, and he never gives up, and he's kind of role model to me, and I'm trying to modelize my game after him.
All right, I'll let you go finish getting ready. Thanks, Miro.
All right, thank you.
Once again, that's Toros forward Miroslav Mucha. That'll do it for the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. We'll be back with the drop of the puck on period number 3 after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
I need money now, but I heard there could be a refund delay.
Go to Liberty Tax. They'll help you out. Apply for an easy advance of up to $1,300.
Really?
Yep, let Liberty Tax prepare your taxes. If you're approved for an easy advance, you could get up to $1,300. Fast.
Sounds good.
Call 877-320-1040 or go to libertytax.com. An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd to February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Listen, your wedding day is the biggest day of your life. That's why you need to talk with Nick Holberg from Pro Style Production DJ Services. The experience, the voice, the setup, you won't be disappointed. 15 years of big arena hosting, announcing, and DJing speaks for itself. PSP DJ Services also handles premier events, reunions, or parties. Call 833-1007 or visit ProStyleProduction.com to book now. PSP DJ Services. Make your event Pro Style.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the show.
Hey, mister, aren't you
President Ulysses S. Grant, the face you see on all the 50s around town? Everyone who files with Liberty Tax Service walks out with me. $50 cash on the spot.
Wow, I'm off to Liberty Tax. See ya.
Indeed you will.
Get $50 cash on the spot when you have your taxes prepared at Liberty Tax, and another $50 for referring someone who gets their taxes done. Go to libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 for locations near you. With paid tax preparation at participating locations, referred friends must be new customers. Valid 1/2/2/22/2017. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can here in Austin, Minnesota. We're about to start the final 20 minutes, barring overtime, of course. Between the Toros and the Austin Bruins, we are even at 1-aside goals from Cothenbuthel and Enns. Still have a pair of tickets for Music Stars and Classic Cars. Let's try this again. Guess who will get the next goal for the Toros? And if whoever nails it, they will get the tickets for the Friday night show, headlined by Chubby Checker. Far side, Drobit plays down the wall. Cothenbuthel. Drobit Digs it out, tries to wrap it around. A good stick by O'Connor. And he starts Martinson up the ice. Martinson plays it down low. It'll roll around to the far side. Krenzen stepped into. Martinson finds it. Martinson in front. One-timer for Springer doesn't go. Dahlemer tied up. Good keep at the line by Holmstrom. Holmstrom looking for a tip. He got it. But it went wide for Holmstrom. Springman trying to work his way out of the corner. Leaves for Martinson. Tries to stuff it short side, but a good stick by the former Toro, Jack Murphy. Murph plays over to the far side. Thrown ahead. Diddle back on this. Turns back towards the boards. Spins away from pressure, but Cothenbuthel able to take it away. Miranda Schuler checking in. Good to have Miranda alongside. This one dumped in. Diddle finds it first. Retreats behind the cage and plays to Holmstrom. Holmstrom flips it up ice. Bouncing puck. Too far for Frentz. And that was a suspiciously close offside call. Davison with it. Plays off to the far side. The Lawrence is checking in. Steven Miranda, Matt, and Addison. Shot save made. Follow-up try. That was blocked. Bross had the whole net. Another long shot. That one goes wide off the stick of Wyan. Puck out to neutral. Davison right back to Wyan. That is offside, and the whistle goes. Draw in neutral. Draw will be in neutral ice. Get those guesses in. Miranda Schuler guesses it's Austin Martinson. Be good to see Marty get a game winner here. Talbot quickly on it. Tries to put it in front for Pionk, but it's blocked off. Up top, O'Connor, long shot. That is blocked wide. Pionk can't settle down the bouncing puck. Zach Bross does. Bross looking around behind the net. Turnaround shot from a tough angle is soaked up by Koharski. Kerwin Enns jumping in. Corwin, he takes Jake Diddle, the Toro captain. With a name like Corwin Enns, I think you'd be going somewhere else with your guess. Of course, rare for defensemen to have 2-goal games. I won't tell Colby that you didn't guess him. Meanwhile, far side, Cothenbuthel. He looks to push play the other way into the zone. Long shot off the tip of the glove. Rebound given to the near side, Drobit. Drobit works down into the corner. Cothenbuthel gets the puck away from Talbot. Talbot takes it back, turns it over. Murphy flubs the shot, and the puck is into the far corner. Ends working hard there, works it free to Talbot, and Talbot starts the Toros the other way. Leaves for Pionk. Pionk rolls it into the zone. Talbot's there. Talbot into the middle. Tip play. Good stick. Denies that. Bross with it there. He's pinned to the glass on the near side. They continue to dig. Flipped out to neutral ice. The Toros get back on it. It's ahead. Diddle touches into the zone. Craddock back after it. Craddock pinned to the glass behind the Bruin net. Mucha finds it, plays up top for Diddle, and he can't settle it down. Ditz touches to the far side, and Mucha sweeps it into the zone. Koharski out of his net to stop it. Waited too long to make a decision and then turned it over. Miro tried to play it back to the point, and instead it's Craddock. Craddock leaves it for Frentz. Sorry, Zwiner, 17, not 7. I should recognize that. Zwiner's not wearing a cage. This one rolled deep. Haskins trying to come out from behind. A good stick and a takeaway by Holmstrom, and the Toros look to turn and burn the other way. It's ahead for Mucha, but the pass out of his reach. Sangbanksay steps into him, and the puck will go the other way. Wyan pokes at it. He's got Haskins all kinds of tied up. Forces a dump in. Davison wins that battle, plays it ahead. It's turned over. Misiak shot, fought off by Austin Park. Got just enough of that, and it trickled wide. Wyan has Misiak jump on his back. I hate to say it at this time of year with the Toros being as far ahead as they are. The goal is just as much to get out healthy as it is to get out with 2 points. Dahlimer plays that into the zone, and that is whistled offside. With 15-13 to play here in period number 3. Got some more guesses rolling in for those tickets for Music Stars and Classic Cars. Wally Mock says Dahlimer. Deborah Mock has Springman, and Abby Mock has Adams. That means the crew at Fort Hyatt, you'll have to guess again. The Mock family got their tweet in before you. This is ahead. Kothenbuthel carries over the red into the zone. Shot gloved and held by Park. I like the Dahlimer pick. It's a sneaky good pick, if you ask me. This would go to a shootout. Dolly's been nails in the shootout for the Toros. Draw will be to the right of Park. Stephenson. Long shot. We've got Dawson Mayer checking in. He's got Miro. Another player who's been knocking on the door for several games now. This is O'Connor. Adams ahead for Stephenson. Stephenson comes across for Frentz. Frentz, nice move. And then he got tripped up by the puck. That one thrown up and out of play for a whistle. Those treated like icing, so the Bruins can't change. 14:25 left to go here in the third. Dave Lakefield has Nate Pionk. Draw controlled by Frentz. Leaves for Stephenson. Adams with a long shot. That goes up high and off the glass. That one had some heat on it. From the future student at Air Force. That one thrown down the ice. They'll say Adams tipped it, so no icing. Holmstrom will have to retreat and retrieve. He does just that. With 14 minutes left, he'll start the Toros up ice. Long pass ahead. Deflected, so no icing. Brenzel back on it. Toros, Adams wins the battle. Adams. Friends in, I should say. This is Stephenson. Finds Adams. Adams shot, save made. Rebound pops up high in the air, loose in the slot. Friends can't stuff it. Follow up try and shoveled into the net by Drobit. Drobit just shoveled that into his own net. So, who will they credit with this goal? There's some concert tickets riding on this one for the Toro fans. Drobit flicked it into his own cage. I know none of you guessed that. Who will they credit this to? They give it to Alex Adams. So, Abby Mock, you are the winner of the tickets to Music Stars and Classic Cars on May 12th at the Pepsi Rink. Pick those up at the office this week. Long shot. That was up high off the glass. Davison brings around to the far side.
The assist by number 7, Derek Prince. And number 14, Reed Stephenson.
I've never seen that. They get Prince and Stephenson get the helpers on that. Thrown into the middle. That one hits his skate and almost pops into the goal again. But for the work of Jake Koharski. 12:58 to play here in the third. And the Toros lead for the first time thanks to Drobit. Goal credited to Adams. Toros control off the draw. Davison chops it deep. Shields stepped into. The puck is cleared down the ice. Toros will retreat and retrieve. Lyon back behind his own cage. Up the middle. Ahead, Davison fires to the blue line. It's tipped up and out of play. Drobit had more time than he realized as that rebound went right onto his stick. And he roofed it top shelf. I assume he was trying to just flick it behind the net, or maybe he forgot where he was because he went top shelf into the open side and immediately hung his head in shame. Either way, Toros lead 2-1. David Lakefield chimes in on Twitter that he never would have guessed Drobit. No, I would not have either. I would not have guessed A.J. Drobit to score for the Toros. At least not this year. He's 98. Who knows with trades and whatnot. There's that shot deflects up and out of play.
2 minutes for head contact.
Toros to the power play. Kothenbuthel for head contact. 12:21, a palindrome on the clock here in the third. 1:53 on the man advantage for the Toros. A chance to perhaps put a nail in the coffin here. Springman flubs it. It comes back to him. They'll try across for Davison. Davison into the middle. Adams. Adams leaves off Stephenson. Stephenson shot soaked up by Koharski. Draw will be to Koharski's left. Stephenson to take it for the Toros against Misiak for the Bruins. One back. And Cholak holds for the Bruins and sends it. Springman chopped that out of midair. What a stick by Springer. Puck comes back to him. Springman looks across. Frentz boots it. Still loose. Springman won't get to this one. He was headed towards the middle of the ice. Springer pinned there. Mr. Toro. Now the all-time leader in games played, Chase Springman, 166 games in the Bullhead sweater, passing Jaden Martin. Turned over in the slot, backdoor play, and a good save going side to side by Koharski. Good keep at the line by Davison. Sauce across for Adams. Adams wanted to try and feed a pass through, gets a slash, now throws one on net. That's fought up and out of play by Koharski. 43 seconds left on the Toros power play. Armistice Day, 11:11 on the clock. In behind, Rucha plays up top. Holmstrom back down for Mucha. Toro's not even running out power play units now. They dig in behind the net. Puck kicked free. Holmstrom, top of the far circle, plays up top O'Connor. 12 seconds left on the power play. O'Connor leaves off for Dollimer. Dollimer drops down low. Swiner. To Dollimer, back up top, O'Connor. Bruins come full strength. O'Connor ripped it just wide. Follow up try, finds Dollimer in behind the net, and he flubs it, and it's a turnover. Bruins need a change, so they won't try to capitalize. Kothenbuthel gets put down by O'Connor. Former teammates And what is the call here? You can't interfere with him. He had the puck. Marty Murray looks just as exasperated as I am on the Toro bench. It's not interference if he has the puck. Either way, the Toros will be shorthanded hopefully for the next 2 minutes as O'Connor goes to the box. 10:15 to play here in period number 3. Score is 2-1 Toros. Jamie Hyatt checking in on the Toro Twitter party with the hashtag Ota Drinking Game. I don't know the official rules, but I know when I say palindrome, you're supposed to drink something. I missed a chance at 11-11. That is technically a palindrome. Same forward as it is backwards. Anyways, Toros control, and Wyand rips that one 200 feet. The Bruins will have to get back and chase.
2 minutes for interference at 9:45 of the third period, and that is a First Farmers emergency power play.
Carried ahead by Misiak. They gave him the line on the far side. Back to Misiak. That pass was just out of his reach. It may have even hopped up over the twig. Either way, the Toros take it away and punt it out to neutral. 90 seconds on the power play. 9:41 left to go here in regulation. The Toros lead 2-1. Goals from Enns and Adams. Who else has a Val starting their last name? It's Val night here. Richards into the zone, working down the wall, watched by Diddle. Throws around to the far side. They work it down the wall. Misiak, delayed call coming. And now Bross with a late chop. Murphy comes in and gets Bross. That was a dive by Bross. What's going to come out of all this? Bross perhaps trying to get another call because the Toros are going to be down slashing on Wyand. And I think that's going to be all that they call. So for the next minute 9, the Toros will be down 2 players. That's a call I hate. I absolutely hate that call. If you chop the stick out of a guy's hands, he should just be stronger, hold on to his stick. But it is the right call. Those are the rules. Timeout taken by the Bruins. So we'll take 1-2. We'll be back after a quick message here on the Minotauros Network.
Liberty Tax wants to know, what would you do with an extra $50?
I put all 50 on my lottery numbers.
I could get my nails done twice.
I'd take my girl out to the movies.
When you get your taxes prepared at Liberty Tax, we'll give you $50 cash on the spot. For Liberty Tax locations near you, go to LibertyTax.com or call 866-871-1040. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax, where you'll get cash and your taxes done on the spot. With paid tax preparation at participating locations. Valid 1/2/2/2017. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena here in Austin, Minnesota. Toros indeed killing in the name of here with a 2-man advantage for the Bruins for the next minute 9 seconds. Wyand and O'Connor, 2 of the Toros' 6 defensemen in the penalty box. The Toros clinging to a 1-goal lead. Finally, the Bruins settle down the puck in behind the net, and they'll look to set it up. Richards up top to Kothenbuthel. Kothenbuthel to Pearson. Pearson walks to the top of the near circle, tries a shot, blocked by Diddle. Back up top, Pearson. Pearson gives to Kothenbuthel. They'll trade places. Pearson holds, comes back across for Kothenbuthel. Tack to Tate for the Bruins forward. He plays down low. Good defense by Jake Diddle. Puck thrown to the open side, and Zach Bross has it. He can't be trying to go shorthanded. He will not. He will instead dump that one down. Good, strong first shift for the Toros Killers as they try to kill off this long 2-man advantage for the Bruins. Kothenbuthel speeds into the zone. Gains the line and then hits the brakes of the hash marks on the near side wall. Up top, Pearson. Pearson walks to the top of the umbrella, leaves for Kothenbuthel, kicks to the stick and continues moving to the high slot. Shot blocked by Frentz. Rebound to the far corner. Richards sweeps it back to Pearson. 7 seconds before the Toros get O'Connor back. Across Kothenbuthel, shot, save made, rebound out of play. 3 seconds left before O'Connor is released from hockey jail. One benefit you have if you're the Toros here with the penalty boxes being on the bench side, O'Connor just steps out and you can actually cheat and gain a few feet on the change. Someone will be able to jump onto the ice. Normally, O'Connor would have to go into the play or skate all the way across, but with the penalty boxes right next to the bench like that, O'Connor's released now, and the Bruins haven't even gained the zone, and Mucha already picked up about 15 extra feet on the change, rejoins the play. Shot fought off by Park. He shrugged that one away with his shoulder. Puck in behind the net. It's Holmstrom. Holmstrom flips one up into the stands. Look out. That one had some heat on it. And it looks like everyone is okay. 8:01 left to go here in period number 3. Toros lead 2-1, but are shorthanded for 39 more seconds. They've already killed the first of the 2 penalties. Across for Saint-Vancey. Saint-Vancey back to the far side. Long shot fought off by Park through traffic. I don't know how he saw that one. Comes to the near side. Saint-Vancey plays it back to an empty point, and Garrett will have to help the Bruins regroup in neutral ice. 20 ticks left on the power play as Mucha tries to poke that free, but Saint-Vancey from the near side. He was short of center, but Holmstrom touched it to negate the icing. Holmstrom rips it around to the far side anyways. Flubbed in front. Toros have an odd man rush. Shorthanded. It's Mucha. Mucha in behind the defense. Shorthanded. Tries to go 5-hole, and it's shut down by Koharski. But that breakaway effectively killed the rest of the penalty. Wyan back out of hockey jail, and with 7:20 left to go here in period number 3, the Toros back to 5-on-5 hockey, still leading by 1. Pass back to the point. Diddle did well to keep that in. Long shot coming. It skips wide off the stick of Luke Davison. Diddle harassed and forced out of the zone by Drobit. Mucha turns one around. That skips on net as we hit 7 minutes left to play here in period number 3. Bruins holding behind their own cage. It is Saint-Vancey. Carried ahead. Misiak gains the line on the near side. A weak backhander's easily kicked away by Park. They battle in the near corner. Former Toro Murphy and Enns tied up. .395 seconds left to go in regulation. And the Toros lead by 1. Somehow I doubt that's true. Jamie Hyatt tweeting that everyone's only drinking milk for the Oda drinking game. In fact, that would be the least likely drink to be involved in a drinking game that involves me. They battle on the near side. Bouncing puck out to neutral ice. Wyan steps up and breaks up the play. Kothenbuthel at his own blue line flicks ahead for Cholak. A good stick lift by Wyan denies him. And O'Connor's back on it. OC leaves for Wyan. Wyan keeps it moving along the far side. Springman boots it, but not out. Spets shot's blocked by Dahlimer. It stung him, but he stays in the play. Zapata dumps that into the Toro zone, but the Bruins were retreating to change. That allows the Toros a fresh start up ice. Dahlimer gains the red line and rolls it deep. Out of his net. Koharski plays to the far side. They continue to work. But Shields and Zapata gather it in on the near side. Zapata back in behind. I'm sure we'll start to see the Toros look to drift a little bit farther back. Perhaps a less aggressive on the forecheck now with a 1-goal lead and 5.5 to play here in the third. Diddle dumps that in. That is a soft icing call. It comes with a palindrome on the clock. 5:25 to play here in period number 3.
Special Bruiser jersey.
So, draw comes back down into the Toro zone. Park and Stephenson. To the left of Park, it's Stephenson and Richards, I should say. They dig on the near side. France spun off the puck. Support comes from Diddle. He sends it down. Pearson's back on it. D to D in his own zone. Bruins will look to start up ice. Garrett looks for a feeler, but it's taken away. Feed to Stephenson. He's got Frentz in the middle, but it's poked off his stick. Pearson's back on it. 5 minutes to play here in the third. Toros lead by 1 as the Bruins gain the line on the far side. Enns breaks up the play, but it goes right to Richards. That was interference as Adams took down Feeler well off the puck. That goes uncalled, so call it a wash, especially after the Toros already killed off the penalties taken earlier in the frame. 4:42 left to play here in regulation. As the puck moves back to the blue line, long shot save made by Austin Park. Stephenson and Drobit collide. Back to Drobit. O'Connor puts his former teammate down hard. Spun in the middle. Lawrence. Good defense by Derek Frentz. And the Toros go the other way. Adams will just chip and peel off to change. This one across for Sengvong-Se. He dumps it into the Toros zone. Pionk plays back to the D. Now the Toros try the other side. Bross moves it ahead for Talbot, who sweeps it into the zone. Talbot's 3 of his goals this year have come against the Austin Bruins. He's a player I expect to make a big jump as he gets a bigger role next year. Pionk into the zone. Talbot chases after. Bross there as well. Talbot chips down the wall. In fact, I'll make a prediction right now. Talbot's going to top prospects next year as that shot is blocked up and out of play. A good big two-way centerman. Now Holmstrom jousting with Misiak. That was well after the whistle and involved 2 guys who weren't even on the ice when that all started. Now Kothenbuthel in a Bermuda Triangle of Toros. He can't fight. He's still wearing a cage. 3:26 to play here in the third. Toros lead 2-1. Rob Myers asking for story time. Not in a game this close. I will say, for those of you who may have noticed, I do point out 4-4-2 left in the third every game. The Toros put that one wide of the net. 4-4-2 was, of course, the all-Japanese unit in World War II. My family served in that unit, including my grandfather. That is why I will always point out the 4-4-2 mark in period number 3. So there you go. Squeezed in a short story for you, Rob. Side of the net, it kicked in behind. Cholak finds it and flips that one out to neutral. Holmstrom has his shot blocked, carried ahead instead by the Bruins and dumped in deep by Cone. Park out of his net, stops it and leaves it for Davis, and Davis had a Cholak on his hip pocket and went the wrong way with it. And now what do we got? Mucha is hurt off the puck. Jess Rundell, the trainer from Trinity Sports Medicine. Toro is one of the few teams in the league that actually brings their own trainer on the road. Just another one of those things like Chris Lonke and I were discussing during the first intermission, things that the Toros do that other teams do not, and why more and more better players want to come to the Magic City. This looks like it might be a long delay, however, so we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more after this message here on the Minotauros Network.
Whoa, what was that?
That's the sound of someone getting one of America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Hey, there's mine.
Tired of waiting for your tax refund? Let the professionals at Liberty Tax help you discover America's fastest refunds. Find us at libertytax.com or call 866-871-1040 today to find a location near you. That's 866-871-1040. Liberty Tax Service, where we put the fun
and the speed
back into doing your taxes. America's fastest refunds from Liberty Tax.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can. 180 seconds separating the Toros from a win. 3 minutes on the clock. Toros lead 2-1. Alex Adams credited with what will be the game winner. Of course, it actually went in off the stick of A.J. Drobit. He fired it into the top shelf of his own goal. Toros control off the draw and flip out to neutral. Richards plays back to his D. D to D. Pearson ahead. Kothenbuthel lost the handle. Martinson. It's flipped deep into the Bruin zone. 2:40 to play. Far side, Toros just gumming up the neutral zone to protect that 1-goal lead. Springman into the middle, finds Dollimer. Dolly into the zone, leaves back for Springman. Springman shot, that one caught Martinson up high. He appears to be okay. Pearson on the long near side. 2:15 left to play as the Bruins start off ice. Left off, that was short of center. They wave off icing for that, but they called diddles earlier. Okay then. This is ends. Minot High product getting big, meaningful minutes here down the stretch. He's earned them, including getting the Toros' first goal of the night. Now a long shot in and out of the glove. Rebound given. It's in Misiak's skates. He flat out fanned on it. Drove it. Trying to get one at the right end of the ice. Instead, it's played back to the point. That one's blocked off in front by O'Connor. Frentz, glass, and out for the Toros, and it finds Adams with an empty net. Adams can't dangle through. Misiak finds it instead. Extra attacker on for the Bruins. 93 seconds left to go. This is a delayed offside. It's poked free. Adams has the whole cage. He drops back for Frentz. Frentz for the empty net, and he missed it wide. The kid's been snake bit for about a month. Drobit gains the line. That was one where Adams was trying to be too unselfish. Just put the game away. Chipped in behind. Davison. Davey. Glass and out for the Toros. Couldn't keep it at the line. Good Pearson. 1 minute and 3 seconds as that's dumped in. It checks up in behind the net. Davison's on it. Banked ahead. Bouncing puck, and Stephenson able to poke that out to neutral ice. Feeler had to wait for Drobit to touch up. Now he dumps it in. Back on it is Davison. Davey flips to the far side, but Colton Buell's there. Throws it in front. A good stick by Stephenson, and the Toros look to go the other way. Zwiner kicks it ahead, trying to split the D. He cannot. Pionk was there. Gets help from Zwiner. Zwiner, backhand try. Save made in front by the Bruins. Feeler. Zwiner finds it across Pionk. Toros win! Nate Pionk finds the back of the empty net. And the Toros will go on to win by a score of 3-1, we think. 20 seconds remain. Bross credited with the assist. The Bruins fans head for the exits. Collision on the far side, and the horn sounds. Toros win. We'll take a short commercial break and be back with all the happy math after these messages on the Minotauros Network.
Toros forward Zach Bross. When the Toros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks, Applebee's. When the Toros are on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Hey there, your Applebee's bartender here with a tip on making Mondays better. Now you can score any of our burgers, plus free refills of fries for just $6.99. Who knows? With a deal this juicy, you might actually look forward to the end of the weekend. So come by and fill your stomach without emptying your wallet on Monday Burger Night. New and only at Applebee's. For a limited time, price and participation varies.
The small grain harvest is in. Now's the time to think about getting your combine inspected by the John Deere certified technicians at Gooseneck Implement. Sign up for your inspection by January 1st, 2017. And Gooseneck will provide 100 miles of free trucking to one of their 8 store locations. And when you sign up your combine and header together, receive $100 off the inspections. Our 100 technicians have more than 1,000 years combined experience working on John Deere equipment. That's the Gooseneck difference. Schedule today.
Need money fast? Head to Liberty Tax and apply for an easy advance. You can get up to $1,300. You heard me right. Let Liberty Tax do your taxes. If approved for an easy advance, you can get up to $1,300. Fast. Hurry. Offer ends February 28th. Call 877-320-1040 or go to LibertyTax.com.
An easy advance is a loan secured by your tax refund and is offered by Republic Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, to eligible taxpayers. Valid at participating locations January 3rd through February 28th. For details, call 866-583-1824.
Welcome back inside the Spam Can, the Riverside Arena. The Toros improved to 5-0-0 against the Austin Bruins. Life indeed has been good if you're a Toros fan. Toros look to continue to lead the Central Division, go wire to wire. After winning the showcase, those odds improved tonight after a 3-1 victory over the Austin Bruins. It didn't start out great, though. We'll recap it all for you. It was Travis Kothenbuthel from Michael Feeler and Peter Zomber-Garrett. That came just 5 minutes and 8 seconds into the opening frame, and it made it 1-0 in favor of the Austin Bruins. That was it. That was all that Austin Park would allow in, stopping 25 of 26 on the night. After that, it was all Toros. In the second at 17:03, Colby Enns finally broke through with help from Miroslav Mucha. For Enns, it was his second of the year. Miro gets assist number 7. That came at 17:03 of the second then. In the third, Alex Adams gets the game winner. That one won Abby Mock 2 tickets to the Music Stars and Classic Cars show on Friday night, May 12th at the Mesa Arena. Derek Frentz gets his 35th assist of the season. Reed Stephenson, his 24th helper. And then into an empty net, Nate Pionk from Zach Bross and Spencer Zwiner. For Pionk, it was goal number 12. Bross, assist number 25. And Zwiner, assist number 12. As I mentioned, Austin Park stopped 25 in the win. Jake Koharski stops 29 of 31 in the loss. We won't go around the entire hockey world. We'll keep it local. We'll stay with the Central Division. Late in the third, the Brookings Blizzard have a 5-1 lead on the Bismarck Bobcats. The Aberdeen Wings, a 6-2 lead on the Minnesota Wilderness. So the Toros not just getting closer to clinching home ice, they are getting closer to clinching the division as a whole. That will do it for us here at the Spam Can. For everyone back at the shop at KRRZ, for everyone here who helped bring you this one on Hockey TV, I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We will talk to you tomorrow night when the Toros go for the sweep. Until then, have a good night.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date with all things Toros. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Farmers Union Insurance, Integrity Outdoor Living, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, Planet Pizza, Pro Style Production, and Coulter Energy. Mine at Minotauros Hockey. Join the charge.